Well, yeah. We'd like to officially say welcome to one and all currently tuned in to another Mikey Live program. I am your host, Mikey Hutchinson, and we are coming to you live from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean. And of course, we have a lot of things to tell you about, things that are particularly happening here in Grenada. And we're ready to go into it, all right? Things that you probably would have heard about before, or maybe you have not. All right, welcome to the first-time viewers, and to those of you who are the usual suspects, would like to say hello to you. Now, Chris Allie is explaining the reason behind his resignation as the chairman of the CBI program. As well, the owner of the Shipwreck souvenir store has died, and he will be laid to rest, or at least his funeral service, to be more precise, his funeral service will be held tomorrow. And James Bristol says that Dr. Mitchell is leaving a disappointing legacy. We'll talk about that. And we are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, says the health minister. And Senator Terry Noel has resigned, and I just received some correspondence from him. I'm not even sure what's in it. As I came on, I've just seen it. So we'll take a look at that as well to see what he's saying about his resignation. Yes, so folks, this is it, and we got to let you know that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of the Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Real Value IGA Supermarket Coast, Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, the Ministry of Health, and again, remember the Housing Authority. We want to say thank you to all the staff down there, boy, nice people. All right, so folks, we are going to take our first break and return. When we do, we're going to have real news for you. Stay tuned, and if you have not yet done so, I know a lot of you haven't, please go ahead and share the business. We'll be back.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations, or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 143114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. NOWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Yeah, and that's their mandate. They say that they will always be committed to meeting customers' needs. And of course, this is a very familiar picture that we are looking at here. From the Calabash Luxury Boutique Hotel. Now, with its reputation for combining 5-star service and luxury within a relaxed and intimate environment, Calabash Luxury Boutique Hotel, they're extremely honored, they say, to have been named, check this out, number 2 for the top 25. All right, imagine that out of 25, number 2 of the top 25 hotels in the Caribbean in 2021. And that's from the TripAdvisor Best of the Best Travelers' Choice Awards. Now, the awards list, they are compiled based on reviews of travelers who visited the places and provided feedback of their experiences. Calabash is named a 2021 Traveler's Choice Award winner, which means that in addition to the top regional ranking, the hotel, it is ranked in the top 10% of the hotels worldwide. Now they are saying that after such a challenging year, this news comes as a comforting reassurance that we are still top of mind and as a motivation to continue striving for excellence as we are about to reopen and welcome our guests back to their home away from home. All right, and that's an amazing achievement. So although whatever all you're doing there, big up our feel like to come and get it at night, and I never stay at Calabash. Maybe I should try it and see, and probably I'll tell all you about my experience, you know. Anyway, lately that talking. Now, you know, at this time of the month, we always tell you about the changes in the petroleum products and their prices. Now, here in Grenada, we see that there's an adjustment from the old price to the new price. It's a slight upward movement. In other words, the price is increasing. Now, for example, here in Grenada, gasoline moves from $15.82 per gallon to from $15.82 to $15.84. So there's a jump of just 2 cents, right? Diesel, $14.12 is the old price. The new price, however, goes down $13.97. Kerosene moves from $8.25 per gallon to $8.35. The LPG cooking gas, well, you know, they do not necessarily change. In terms of the 100-pound cylinder, it moves from $202.40 to $204.05. Bulk moves from $2.10 per pound to $2. Well, it stays there. Now, Carrico, for example, now there is also a 2 cents increase in gasoline itself. So it moves from $16 per gallon to $16.02. Diesel moves down from $14.30 to $14.15. Kerosene, $8.44 per gallon, and it goes from there to $8.54. All right, and these are some of the new changes, and we've posted an entire thing on that on our website for persons who want to take a closer look at it. So, you know, we were telling you, boy, that Mr. Senator Chris Allie, he had resigned from his position as the chair of the CBI program. And there were a lot of speculations in terms of why did he resign? Now, in a new development, he's saying that I wish, and I quoting him, and I don't know, He says that I wish to affirm that my resignation as the chairman of the board of directors of Grenada Citizenship by Investment Unit was based purely on personal reasons, he says. He says that the impact of the COVID-19 has brought increasing pressure to bear on all economic sectors, effectively maneuvering the current landscape in which we operate requires a lot more attentiveness than normally obtains. Right? Particularly, they say, in an extremely fragile sector that requires a sustained level of confidence. It says that the global uncertainty that exists creates a similarly tenuous position for citizenship by investment programs around the world, requiring even more astute and hands-on management to ensure that they continue to meet the desired objectives of governments while continuing to woo more and more applicants in an increasingly competitive market. He said that reality is no less different here in Grenada. He says that I remain fully confident in the integrity of Grenada CBI program. I am no less enthused about the program now than I was when I assumed the chairmanship of the board 2 years ago. He says that I can say that during my tenure, there was significant achievement with respect to streamlining the process and reducing the processing time, while at the same time maintaining rigorous due diligence practices. All right, he said that he wished the best for the program, and the program is going to grow and so on, but he wants people to know it was just solely based on personal reasons that he's decided to step away from that position. But we post a whole thing on that on our website. It's too much to go through tonight. So of course, when you get some time, or you can go through it, you know what I mean? All in all, I need to share this with you because you may know this individual as we grew up and so on, and we go into that store called the Shipwreck. That's a very popular face. Now, news is that he has died. Mr. Prem is a businessman and the owner of that establishment. You know, he was born in Pakistan in 1940, and then he moved to Bombay in India in 1947. And then, you know, after that, you know, as he grew a little older, and so they moved, he and his family, his wife and so on, they moved in Grenada in 1973. You understand? They opened up their business, and of course, they've been doing a lot in Grenada, you know, working together with other businesses and so on, and doing a lot of charitable things. Sometimes they don't blow the trumpet, but they have always been there to help out in ways that they could. You understand? You know his family, and well, he died last night, and his funeral service will be on Thursday, that is tomorrow, at Lackwell's Place at 1 p.m. Tough, you know, very tough. All right, now we are moving on. Now the next thing that we have to tell you about, boys, Mr. James Bristol, Jimmy. Everybody knows him as Jimmy. On the political side of things now, he's an attorney at law, but he is now joining the TGM, you know, the Grenada Movement political party. But in commenting on Dr. Mitchell's legacy, the attorney says that Dr. Mitchell is leaving a disappointing legacy, given that he's been there for so long, and he says there isn't really anything to show for it.
I think it's one of, from my perspective, given the number of years for which Dr. Mitchell served the country as leader, and also the number of years he's been in active politics in Grenada, I think it's a disappointing legacy, because from 1984 to now, from where I sit, I already haven't seen any real and meaningful progress in any given sector of the society and the economy.
All right, now, Mr. Bristol says, when asked about the successes at the polls. Now he's saying that the NNP party continues to be successful at the poll because they have that financial backing, they have that financial support, and as well there's a lack of a viable option. Hence the NNP has been able to continue to win the elections on so many consecutive times.
I mean, if you're asking why the success at the polls, I think one, we haven't had opposition that's been as well organized as it ought to be. Certainly, we don't have an opposition that's as well funded as the current regime is. Let's call them the NNP because we talk about politics. And when you have a lot of money at your disposal, you're able to spend more on your campaign, engage more professionals, and also your political patronage would be much greater, and therefore people would vote, not necessarily support, but vote, which is a different thing.
All right, Mr. Bristol, thank you very much for that. Now he is joining with the TGM as well. Now, speaking of the Grenada movement, opposition Senator Mr. Terry Noel says he's calling it quit currently in the Senate. In fact, he has tendered his resignation 11 days shy of 1 year since receiving his senatorial instrument of appointment from the Governor General. He has said he's calling it quits. Now, he was one of 2 senators at the time receiving their appointments based on the recommendation by opposition leader Mr. Tobias Clement. Now, he's making that move, and it's raised some eyebrows. Now, according to one media statement, in commenting about this resignation, Mr. Tobias Clement says that he was given, that's Mr. Terry, an opportunity to serve the people of Grenada at the highest level, and he rescinded on that. In the Senate, you have a voice and a loud one too, according to Clement. Now, as I told you, we just received a correspondence from Mr. Terry Noel. I wasn't able to go through that because we received it while coming on the program. So let's see what Mr. Noel is saying here about his resignation. He says, statement on my resignation from the Upper House of Parliament. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, I hereby confirm that yesterday, Monday, May 17, 2021, I resigned as a senator from the opposition in the Upper House of Parliament with immediate effect. He says that this decision did not come lightly, but it came at a time when a non-governmental organization of which I have been an active member and to which I belonged at the time when I accepted the invitation to serve in our Upper House of Parliament has made the decision to transition into a political party. In keeping with our democratic traditions, I therefore resigned in order to give the leader of the opposition a chance to negotiate another senator. I wish to place on record my appreciation to the Governor General, Her Excellency Dame Cecile Lagrenade, and the Honorable Tobias Clement, leader of the opposition, for the confidence reposed in me to serve as one of the 3 senators who were tasked with bringing balance to the Honorable Chamber. I would also like to state for the record that it was an honor to serve with all my senatorial colleagues. He says that we are now at a critical stage in the political life of our nation, and my sense of patriotism demands even more so than even before that I continue to serve my country and do so actively, to actively participate in its social and political evolution. My time in the Senate since July 31st of 2020 afforded me the opportunity to contribute to the process of governance in our country and better yet, imbued me an appreciation for the task ahead of or to restore Grenada to her rightful place in the Caribbean and the world. Now, so he's explaining exactly what has happened, and he's gone in lengths and to explain more. So here's what we are saying, or here's what he is saying. He's saying that when Tobias Clement approached him, he was already a member of the TGM that at the time claimed they were not a political party, but a non-government organization. Now, since the organization is transitioning into a political party, he now feels that this is where he rightfully belongs. Since Tobias, of course, will be having a political party, it would seem he's, of course, the leader of the opposition. And so he doesn't want to go against where he belongs, which is the TGM. All right, so let's see. By the way, I hear a lot about TGM. Papa, look, trouble. The thing getting to turn up. You understand? Because we want to, anyway, we want to see some action at the polls. So we're moving. Earlier, in a press conference today, the health minister, Nicholas Steele, is saying that they are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel as it relates to the nation's vaccination numbers. Now, according to the minister, in the last 2 working days, that is last Friday and Monday, that's yesterday, they have seen over 1,000 persons being vaccinated per day. He's saying that these are positive signs.
That in the last 2 working days, that is Friday and Monday, we've seen a very positive change. We are averaging 1,000 doses per day. We're seeing a significant number of people coming forward to take the vaccine. As a result of that, I would say that we as a nation are seeing a light. And that light, by all appearances, is the light at the end of the tunnel. That light is the light that will guide us through and put COVID behind us. We want to thank all of the members of the public who have come forward to take their vaccine, and in particular, those who have helped to convince many who have had anxiety or concerns or so. We truly want to thank them too. It's not something that we can achieve on our own, but friends and other leaders have been stepping forward and speaking from a patriotic standpoint, from a medical standpoint, from a scientific standpoint, and it has been making a difference.
All right, now he is saying that due to the uptick in vaccination, they're actually having dialogue with promoters who are hosting large events.
As a result of that, we are now engaged in significantly positive dialogue with many members of our society. In particular, we have been having discussions with promoters for large events in which fully vaccinated persons can attend. Such events like the upcoming cricket, such events like football, and such events like small promoters or promoters wanting to have other activities or so, where fully vaccinated persons will be there. For me and for the rest of the team, this truly is a welcome change. That the future, we look forward to a much brighter future. We will endeavor to ensure that all those who want to be vaccinated will get vaccines. This has been a difficult trial for us, or exercise. Vaccines are quite likely the most valuable liquid in the world right now. And many nations continue to block the export and make it very difficult for countries like Grenada to acquire vaccines, whether by purchase or donations. But we have persevered and been able to acquire. And we are now seeing our public coming forward to take the vaccine. This helps us greatly because it's very difficult, if not impossible, for us to get additional stocks of vaccines if our own population aren't taking the vaccines. So this trend that we've seen this week greatly assists us in our abilities.
All right, Dr. Sean Charles, who's the Chief Medical Officer, is also saying that this is now proving that all their hard work is now starting to pay off.
So certainly the news today is quite encouraging. Today I'm kind of wearing a smile, although it's hidden under the mask. So it seems that all our efforts are certainly showing some positive results. As you know, for the past 2 weeks, we have been stepping up on our efforts to educate and encourage and persuade persons to take this step to protect your health. And we are seeing very encouraging signs that the message is reaching the population out there. We have seen a very good uptake in the vaccines, particularly in the last 2 working days, as was alluded to by my minister, with us vaccinating over 1,000 persons a day, which is remarkable. All right. What it means that more persons are protected. All right. With every individual who receives a vaccine, it's one less person that we have to worry about having, severe complications as a result of this disease.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sean Charles. Now, the question that will be in a lot of people's minds. So it was said by the minister and by the CMO that as of the 17th, which was yesterday, persons who are taking the vaccine, then there's going to be, and then and after that, there's going to be no guarantee that they'll be able to get the second dose in time. Now, we are hearing from the minister that there are just about 10,000 doses available for persons who are going to be taking their vaccines now, so that they will be able to get their second shot in time.
To date, and I want to say as of yet, we do not have a replacement stock, that what we have will expire on the 27th and 30th of June. But we do have enough to give another 10,000 people their first and second doses. That's additional 10,000 who have not come forward as yet. And we are looking forward to being able to do that. And in us doing that, allows us to engage Pan American Health Organization, WHO, and other nations to say, give us more, because we are using it properly. So I want to thank all of those involved in this endeavor, in particular, as always, our frontline team who are there disseminating the vaccines, our nurses, community health nurses, the volunteers from WINREF SGU, St. George's School of Public Health, our wardens, our police officers who have been helping, all of our volunteers that have been helping, our church leaders who have been facilitating, our parliamentarians, our opposition, our trade unionists who have been participating in this positive message. And we want to thank them and ask that they keep up the good work.
Okay, thank you very much. All right. Now soon you may see the adoption, or we may see the adoption of an adjusted labor code if the Employers Federation is to have their way. Now, according to the executive director of the organization, Mr. Lydon Lewis, they'll be hosting a workshop next Tuesday, that's the 25th of May, to bring members up to speed on what some of the suggested changes might be.
Over the last 4 years, there was an attempt to review the labor code in Grenada, making some significant changes, or changes that was well needed over the years. This process started about 4 years ago, and to this point, there was an attempt to have it passed some time ago, but because of some deficiencies or some errors in the printing, they had to withdraw it. And this particular time, the partners that were discussing the labor code, they were given a particular time to ensure that this is done, and so that it can go back to Parliament to have the the new labor code passed. What we're doing now as Employers Federation is trying to get our members on board so that they would be okay, or they would be in the know as to what some of these changes are, and also to refresh knowledge on some of the critical aspects as it applies to them as employers.
Now, he also speaks of some of the areas that will be addressed.
I think one of the areas, there are a number of areas that speaks to shift workers, to daily paid workers, to workers who are without contract, among others. But there is, if you recall, there are one or two areas that created some contention before. Significantly is that of reasonable time. If you remember the struggle with that company to the south of the island and that particular trade union, one of the contentions there was what was the meaning of reasonable time. And so we're trying now to put a possible end to what reasonable time means. So that's one of the contentious issues. That's one that has not been agreed to. The others relatively speaks to, for example, the two bank issues with successive ownership and what is continuous employment and issues like that, where we need to clean up some of the aspects of the code as it relates to these issues.
Thank you very much, sir. And we are moving on. Now, Director of the National Emergency Management Organization in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Michelle Forbes, she's recommended that residents return to their homes. In other words, to reoccupy their communities, including that of the red zone, what used to be the red zone. Now, things have significantly calmed down over the past 2 weeks in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. No eruptions of the La Soufriere volcano and so on. And so they think it's now safe for people to return. Now, speaking of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we understand that their national football team is currently in Grenada for training because their current facility may not be able to accommodate them. All right, so yes, that's right. The St. Vincent and the Grenadines senior men's football team, they call them Vincy Heat Boy. They departed and St. Vincent and the Grenadines and arrived here on Tuesday. All right, they'll be spending 3 weeks here in Grenada training for their CONCACAF World Qualifiers against Guatemala and Cuba on the 4th of June and the 8th respectively. All right, the team arrived yesterday, and we want to wish them all the best. Now, as we understand it, this decision came after facing challenges caused by the recent eruption of the La Soufriere volcano and the COVID-19 pandemic. So all the organized get some oil down and thing, travel through the island and see what all they like and thing like that, make a few friends and son, organize all yourself, we nice, you know what I mean? We nice. We like all there. Y'all our family. So yeah, make yourself at home. We're taking a break, folks, and we will be back shortly. And I think that picture I obtained that from the Eyewitness News. All right. Yep. So anyway, guys, let's take a quick break and come back with the national report and the weather.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
This month, make it all about her with a gift from Courts. Shop today and enjoy up to 30% off selected rugs, accessories, and more. Get the most stylish appliances, home furnishings, and more. Plus, shop today with Ready Finance and we'll pay your first and last installment. You can also shop online at www.shopcourts.com for the same great savings. So make it all about her with something special from Courts. Courts, bringing value home.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. NOWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Ministry of Health says it is encouraged by the number of Grenadians making the decision to get vaccinated. We'll have details to this story and more in the National Report. With the details to the news for Tuesday, May 18th, 2021, I am Chrisanne Mitchell. The Ministry of Health says it is encouraged by the number of Grenadians who are making the decision to get vaccinated, a move Minister for Health Honorable Nicholas Steele describes as a positive one. On Monday, 1,004 doses were administered, 803 people received their first dose, and 201 received their second shot. During the government's weekly post-cabinet press briefing on Tuesday, Minister Nicholas Steele described the increase in numbers as a remarkable milestone for Grenada.
As a result of that, I would say that we as a nation are seeing a light. And that light, by all appearances, is the light at the end of the tunnel. That light is the light that will guide us through and put COVID behind us. We want to thank all of the members of the public who have come forward to take their vaccine, and in particular, those who have helped to convince many who have had anxiety or concerns or so. We truly want to thank them too. It's not something that we can achieve on our own, but friends and other leaders have been stepping forward and speaking from a patriotic standpoint, from a medical standpoint, from a scientific standpoint, and it has been making a difference.
Encouraged by the high numbers that turned out to be vaccinated on Friday, the Ministry of Health returned to the Kirani James Athletic Stadium on Saturday to accommodate those who wanted to take the shot. Minister Steele said once this trend continues, Grenada will win in its fights to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
Somewhere between 60 and 80%. And every day that we disseminate 1,000 doses, we increase by 1%. So at our current trend, last week we were 20% of the population, thereabouts. So another 60 days like this, and we're out. We're covered. So you can use that to determine as we move forward. Every day of 1,000 new doses is 1% increase, getting closer to that herd immunity, somewhere between 60 and 80%. So we can see that.
Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles joined in commending the population for their cooperation. He says this shows their efforts are yielding fruit.
We are certainly happy to see that truth is winning over the disinformation that has been out there. And we will certainly do everything in our power to ensure that we can continue to take all the measures that is necessary to protect our population, to make the best decisions in the interest of the health of all in the population.
Grenadians are being encouraged to make use of the remaining doses of AstraZeneca vaccine as the country continues the valiant fight against COVID-19. After 2 record-breaking days in which more than 1,000 people were vaccinated each day, the Ministry of Health wishes to clarify what appears to be a misconception that Monday, May 17, was the final day for vaccination. The Ministry of Health assures the population that this is not the case. Persons can continue to receive both their first and second doses from the current stock of vaccine. However, the time period between both doses from the current stock will be shorter. Guidance from the World Health Organization shows that the doses can be administered between 4 and 12 weeks apart, with the longer duration said to provide a better immune boost. Minister for Health, Honorable Nicholas Steele, says there are thousands of doses still available, and he encouraged persons to continue reporting to the vaccination sites. Minister Steele said, "We are pretty enthused by the vaccination numbers recorded on both Friday and Monday, and we will certainly like to see the momentum continue. The ministry's vaccination team will continue to administer the vaccine to persons until the current stock expires on June 27th. Therefore, persons are encouraged to keep showing up at the vaccination sites. We are a long way off from achieving herd immunity, but with each additional person vaccinated, we take one step closer to that target. Minister Steele gave assurances that governments will continue to source additional supplies of the COVID-19 vaccine. To date, 15,738 people have received their first dose of the AstraZeneca and 6,855 have received both doses. Persons are considered fully vaccinated 2 weeks after the second dose of AstraZeneca. Minister for Health Honorable Nicholas Steele says there is absolutely no evidence to support claims being made in some circles that someone may have died after receiving the AstraZeneca vaccine. During the weekly post-cabinet press briefing on Tuesday, Minister Steele called for responsibility when making pronouncements with regard to the vaccine.
We have absolutely no evidence at all or suspicion of anyone dying from the vaccine at all. I want to be very plain and direct with that. There's absolutely no evidence or suspicion of anyone dying as a result of the vaccine. That is very different from someone dying afterwards. They're two separate things, and I'm asking that members of the media and public be responsible on this. There is a difference. And we need to recognize that. There is a transparent reporting system, and we are duty-bound to do so, not just to the public here, but to the Pan American Health Organization and World Health Organization.
This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break. Welcome back. Stakeholders in the private sector on Tuesday were engaged by the Financial Intelligence Unit, FIU, on anti-money laundering and countering terrorist financing processes in preparing for Grenada's mutual evaluation review next month. The one-day session focuses on fostering a greater understanding of the technical and logistical issues associated with the mutual evaluation to facilitate the upcoming process. The evaluation, which forms part of the fourth round assessment by the Caribbean Financial Task Force, will determine Grenada's technical legislative compliance and effectiveness with the recommendations of the FATF. Senior Crown Counsel attached to the FIU, Siobhan Spencer-Joseph, told the GIS the evaluation process will be done in two phases, a desk-based review and an on-site interview.
The process is a two-part process, the evaluation process. It's first started with a desk-based review, which took place, it started in about 2019, where certain information was submitted through questionnaires and given answers, and it continued looking at laws and enforceable means and Grenada's effectiveness of those laws and enforceable means. So that was one part of the thing, which was one part of the evaluation process. That was a desk-based review. Having completed that, we are now preparing the various stakeholders for the on-site assessment, which will take place, as I said, next month. So the stakeholders will be both the public and the private sector, and we chose to start that as soon as possible. So we started today with preparing the private sector entities for that process.
She is confident that Grenada, through collaboration between the public and private sectors, will do well in the evaluation.
Combating the financing of terrorism obligations. It is significant because Grenada needs to be assessed to ensure that we meet a minimum standard and to ensure that we are generally compliant and we have met that minimum standard. It is an assessment that takes place every cycle. At this time, we are doing the 4th round assessment by the Caribbean Financial Task Force, so that the significance has far-reaching financial implications. And the important thing is, as with any assessment, any exam, you want to do well. Hence the reason why we are preparing so feverishly to meet that standard, preparing stakeholders so that everyone is on the same page in terms of AML CFT. And once everyone is on the same page and understanding common goal, Grenada will do well in this assessment.
The Financial Intelligence Unit will engage its public sector stakeholders tomorrow, Wednesday, at the Grenada Trade Center from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Finally, in the news, farmers in Carriacou are better equipped to apply climate-smart techniques on their farms following a 3-day training under the Climate Smart Agriculture and Rural Enterprise Development Program, SIEP, last week. The training highlighted the significance of applying practices that will ensure sustainability to mitigate and adjust to climate change. Government, in collaboration with the Caribbean Development Bank and the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, continue to invest heavily in the future of the agriculture sector. SIEP's program manager, Byron Campbell, said the training was held to build farmers' awareness of climate-smart techniques to promote sustainable livelihoods in Carriacou.
To provide the training, provide the information, provide the financial support to the farming community in terms of the training and the practices that will ensure that what we do now is sustainable, that it can mitigate and adjust to the climate change we're going to have coming in the future. In other words, we're going to have longer droughts, or we're going to have heavy rainfall and flooding. We're going to have extreme events. And this is a reality elsewhere. It's a reality now as we speak. So this investment by the government is important in the farming community so that we can prepare, so they can prepare in advance in this, what we call sustainable agricultural production, both in terms of livestock and in terms of agricultural production.
Senior Agriculture Officer Benson Patris said with food security being paramount, the ministry continues to work on implementing various techniques and training.
It is very, very important because we know in the Carriacou context, we have very long dry season, we have a lot of pressure as far as feed security is concerned for the animals, and so we need to provide feed for them for the dry season. And not only that, when you look at the plant production sector, we also need to ensure that the plants receive good nutrition, right? And so in establishing these units that we have in the compost, we are ensuring that future times, at a later date, this compost can be utilized to apply to the plants to ensure that they receive the nutrients that they need.
President of the Carriacou Farmers Association, Jashika Andrew, is thankful for the training, which has highlighted the importance of harvesting and storing food for not so productive times.
We know that we're faced with a dry season and all that, and in most times we know the peak of the productive season when it comes to selling of animals is shortly after the dry season. So it's unlikely that farmers would like to deplete on their stock to accommodate for the dry season because we don't have adequate food. So a training like this will bring us up to speed to know the importance of harvesting food and storing, knowing the best foods that animal needs for their maintenance and their development and stuff like that. So we as farmers now would see the venture of rearing animals more lucrative.
That story just ended the national report for Tuesday, May 18th, 2021. Recapping the top story, Ministry of Health says it is encouraged by the number of Grenadians making the decision to get vaccinated. On behalf of the entire news and production team here at the Government Information Service, I am Chris and Mitchell saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Yeah. All right, folks, so that's it for the National Report. And this is Mom, and she's celebrating her birthday today. So we're saying happy birthday to Mom, and may God richly bless you. All right, Mom? Yeah. All right, so thank you, Vic. And yeah, Allah, so yeah, anyway, thanks, Mom. And Allah, yeah, Allah's birthday is tomorrow, so advanced birthday greetings to you as well, Allah. All right, so thanks again, Mom.
Goodbye.
All right. Okay, so folks, it is now time for the weather. And in the weather, we see that we can expect partly cloudy and hazy conditions with a medium chance of a few light, isolated showers. And minimum temperature is expected to be about 25.5 degrees Celsius. Winds east northeasterly to east southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate with waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters. A small craft advisory is in effect. And so yes, so thanks again, Adonna, Michelle, Avril, Zaka, Kimo, and the whole crew, the whole team. Thanks for joining us, and of course, thanks for all the birthday greetings and wishes for Mom. I see that you guys have overwhelmingly sent out birthday greetings. So for that, we want to say thank you, and may God richly bless you. All right. So everyone again, thank you for. Yes, Mom, I'm giving trouble. Thank you for all the wishes. Princess and Candy K and Deslin would like to say hello. Hello to you. And right, so yeah, he's giving a little trouble today. Yeah. All right, so he's gone. So he's giving a little trouble tonight. I think he was ready for his bed. All right, so everyone else, thank you again. And who we have here? We have Zaka and Celine and Ventress and Shireen and Kireen. Okay, Hazel is with us as well. And Bermuda is with us as well. And Elizabeth is with us, and Angel. So thank you, everyone, and may God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Thanks again, Mom. And I hope that we did make the birthday what you expected to be, or probably even more. Take care, guys. We'll touch base tomorrow. Allah, again, happy advanced birthday greetings going on to you.